And there it is.
Hi, I'm Ginger Riddle. I'm here with Greg Penfield. Greg is a candidate for Lansing School Board. Welcome, Greg.
Thanks so much for having me, Ginger. I
Hmm.
appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you for joining us. Tell us why you are running and what you hope to accomplish.
So, I believe in strong public education that serves every student and strengthens our community. And I believe the Lansing School Board deserves leadership that listens, leadership that lifts everyone, and leadership that leaves politics at the door so we focus on the most important thing, and that's the students. And I would say, from a vision standpoint, we have to make USD 469 the educational destination of choice for all of our students, or the families, the teachers, um, and have the community support. And that's going to require long term infrastructure planning, focused effort on retaining and recruiting the best possible teachers, and then to foster an environment where every student grows academically, personally, athletically, even artistically. It's important for our schools.
Okay. And how would you help the district get to that vision and adapt to changing community needs like growth and demographic shifts and et cetera?
Right. So I think you have to be well versed, I think, in just the way an organization runs. And so first you have to be in tune with the community and primarily the stakeholders. And there's a couple different mechanisms to do that. One, we have the surveys, we have town hall meetings, we have focus groups where we can understand where the community, what they support, what their desires are, how they see the long term. You also have internal stakeholders as well. Certainly the superintendent, we value his judgment. We hired him. We should support him. And then the teachers and the staff that serve our students and provide the best possible education for them. And so you have to look at things in a holistic manner. And you also have to stay consistent with law. And so we have to look at all those different facets into a comprehensive picture. And then you have to decide what is it, what elements of each of those perspectives provide the best possible solution for any particular issue we're addressing.
Okay. Um, when it comes to making decisions about curriculum and supporting materials, what criteria and process should be used?
Well, first off, that should be the initial purview of the professionals who educate our students. So first off, the superintendent and our educators, the teachers, the curriculum specialists, who are in there every day and who have the educational acumen and experience to derive what would be the best possible actions. And then that has to come forward for the board to consider. And then we have to look at what's the criteria we would look at. And so, first off, I would say, what's the superintendent's recommendation? And what are the different options, actually, before the recommendation? What are the options available to us? The What are the advantages and disadvantages of each action? What are the potential risks associated with it? But also, with the risk, what are the opportunities we gain by making a bold choice and making an evolution of our curriculum so that it stays consistent with changes in our world and with the state guidance from our Kansas Board of Education? And then once you come down to that, it comes into a recommendation really from the superintendent. And then that's inherent or incumbent upon each of the board members to have the dialogue about those courses of action and what is it that we believe is the most important factors within that, and then render a decision that in the end provides the best possible solution for the school.
Thank you. How should the district address the needs of students from diverse backgrounds, including those with disabilities or from low-income families?
So again, I'm back to I'm for every student, and every student means that continuum to include our special education students, the special need. So first off, I think from a board perspective, I need to look up and out because we have legislatures, and the state needs to provide that 92% of the funding that's allocated or by law supposed to be allocated to the students, because we're part of the resourcing solution that's for the district. That's what the board does. Purpose, direction, motivation, provides guidance, resources, and then accountability. And so, and then within that parameter, we have to look at how are we allocating our dollars so that every student has access to those resources um, that will support their particular educational needs. Again, you kind of have a spectrum of the special needs who again are going to progress at their level individually, and that's why we have interventionists and education specialists who can help tailor curriculum to them. And then you have the next the grouping that is what the curriculum writ large is set up to do to ensure they meet the outcomes in accordance with the state or the state goals. And then we want to prepare them for life, not just up to high school, but through college or through their own lives, regardless of what path they take, educational, vocational, or otherwise. And then for our gifted and talented, we can challenge them beyond that. And there's opportunities to do that through their curriculum as well. So again, you have to look at it in what are the different demographics we have, what opportunities do we have. Again, nothing's ever a challenge. I look at it as an opportunity. There are ways to do it. And what's amazing to me is the faculty, the principals, the staff in each of our schools look for those solutions uniquely tailored to each of their students. FastBridge supports that.
How would you engage with students, parents, teachers, and community members to inform your decisions?
So we have a couple of forums already that we can do that. One is the Board of Education meetings because we have the public comments. So that's obviously one that, but it's only monthly. It's a single touch point, 2 minutes per person. We have site councils at every different school, and those site councils will inform the principals and leadership who can provide that feedback to us through the superintendent and in their weekly reports. I engage with teachers and parents as I'm on campus because I support the band, the choir, and their activities, forensics, debate, sports activities. I go in, I interact with the teachers, with the students. So I want to hear what they have to say, and I think that's something. Certainly at the high school, I remember at one time we had a student council aspect that also provides from a student perspective. It's not just about what the adults say; it's what provides for that inclusive government. The parents as well. We have those again, the town halls and the forums, and then you make yourself available through the open email or phone so they can have those personal dialogues with me. Again, it's all about connecting with the very community members that are part of our school district. Whether they have children attending or not, we're in it as a community. It's a strength for us.
Okay. What do you see as the top 3 challenges that face the school district, and how would you address those?
Okay, I think the first number one is of the looming infrastructure challenges we have. So, in order to deliver on the education to our students, we have to have facilities that are conducive to that learning environment. And it's been well stated that there are significant infrastructure from roof repairs, HVAC, classrooms themselves. So, for sure, infrastructure is probably the top priority. The second one, right along there, is how do we recruit and retain and enhance the professional development of our teachers and our staff. Because they're the ones that deliver the education. And I think right now we have a problem in the morale of our teachers because it's connected to the third challenge, is because there's a lack of trust or confidence between the school district employees and the Board of Education. And then I think that's where we get the third challenge we have is that there's a sense of lack of collaboration and maybe sense of either not as much respect or mistrust among the board members. And we have to collaborate and work together because our singular focus isn't against each other. It's united towards the students. So we have to reestablish that mutual respect among the board members and between the students and community as well. So those top 3 probably right now.
All right. What experiences or qualifications make you well suited to serve on the school board?
So I'll start education-wise. I have an education specialist, so it's a postgraduate degree, EDS in higher education administration, 2 masters and a bachelor. So that's the educational side. And a lot of my education is in higher education, leadership and management and economics. So all of those are pertinent to the school board's roles and responsibilities. experiences. I have 30 years of experience in a profession where I was expected to make sound judgment under very trying circumstances, under complexity, and that which in an ambiguous environment. And so I understand problem solving mechanisms. I understand the need to understand the problem first, and I understand how to engage the right stakeholders and bring them together for a to drive towards a solution, and how to collaborate in a collegial manner among those stakeholders. Um, I also have taught at the graduate and undergraduate level, so I understand how I can empathize with the teachers on how they have to engage and manage their classrooms. Um, and I would say also that part of it is just my community connection as well. And I've also been on a board of trustees within a different school district as well. And so I've had school board experience. I have thoughtful leadership skills. I understand how to lead organizations, how to collaborate, and how to solve problems. I have the educational background that is directly aligned with what the school district does. And then I would say the other qualification I have is that I'm an engaging person who seeks the positive aspects. There are challenges, but I also seek opportunities. So I don't live in the negative. I acknowledge it and I move on to find the positive.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this conversation. I appreciate it. Is there anything else that you would like our listeners to know?
So first off, thanks to Citizens for Good Governance, who are out there seeking the best qualified candidates or looking for candidates that would provide the best opportunity for our schools, our city councils, et cetera. So this opportunity is incredible because you're another way we can engage the community and understand what's going on. I would say, um, again, this is a nonpartisan position. I am approaching this in a nonpartisan fashion. This isn't the room for politics. We are absolutely united and focused on the education of our students and providing the best opportunities so they can meet the learning outcomes. And there are challenges out there, and you need strong leadership to address it. We can't talk about it. We can't deflect from the problems. You have to address it head on, and you need leaders who will do that. And then you have to take leaders who will take challenges and turn them into opportunities. And that's what I also look for as well, because at the end of the day, there's always ways to turn a negative into a positive. Thanks very much again for your time and allowing me to interact in this forum, Ginger.
Okay, thank you.